So some issue is there. Anyhow, I don't want to waste the time, and I will discuss in next class for this example. Okay. So next we discuss about lambda function or anonymous function. So there is some situations are there. I don't want to waste the more memory, and I want to execute our program very fastly, but I require some functions. So in that situation, we can go with lambda functions or anonymous functions. Means the function without name. Generally, function should contain one name, but here the function is there without any name. Directly we can use it. That is the functionality of lambda function. So here the lambda function is defined like this, the keyword with lambda arguments. Generally function is having some arguments colon expression. So expression should be a single line. It doesn't support more than one line. It should be a single line. So for simple functions, instead of defining the function directly, we can use lambda function. So here the syntax is lambda. It is a keyword. The arguments, whatever the arguments you want to pass to function, you can mention here colon the execution process. For example, here I am going to define lambda x. X is an argument colon x into 2. So it performs x into 2, and whatever the result it is getting, it will be stored into double, the variable called double. So when I print double of 5, means it will display the square of 5. So this is about lambda function, unnamed function. We call it as a anonymous function also we can say. So it is used to execute program very fastly. Why? Because if you're defining function, so actually the controller is supposed to travel from here to that memory location where it is located, and that the statement should execute. Then after again it comes back to the current statement. So to avoid these all things, we can go with lambda function, but it doesn't work for complicated functions. If any simple functions is there, single line functions is there, then we can use lambda function. So we go with an example, similar example. I define some d equal to, okay, so lambda some x comma y colon x plus y. So if I define d with parameters some 3 comma 6, sorry, print some d of 3 comma 6, we'll get 9. So here we didn't define any definition, def, like that, nothing is there, and we don't have any function also. So directly we are calling. So if you're not interested to store the value into some d or something, directly you can go with print also. So print of so the defining function, so it requests to store into some object, and then we can go with. So here d, object to d will become a function which I defined earlier. So when I called type of d, it will be a function itself, object of function. So when we are going to use this one, this lambda function, especially we are using some functions in some other methods, like map is there, filter is there, and reduce is there. In these 3 functions, we can use lambda functions. Why? Because these methods are taking parameters as functions as a parameters. When it comes to map, reduce, filter, these 3 methods as taking functions as a arguments. In that situation, this lambda function will help you, but it is not that much more. So for simple logic is there, then only we can apply, means single statement. the expression should be a single. It should not be more than one line. If you're having more than one line, then better you go with function definition only. So Python methods. The first one is enumerate. Second, reduce. Third one is map. Next, filter, zip, id. So these are all the methods. These are all the methods so which are available in Python. So these are having some special functionalities. But now we'll discuss what is going on. What is the functionality of these all things. But when you're applying real world, so in depth you may get the problem. In depth you can work with these functions like reduce, map, filter, these all things. So now we'll discuss one by one. So when it comes to enumerate, so enumerate is nothing but it is an iterable object. It generates an iterable object. It will take parameter as a iterable object. And what it is doing is, so if we provided any iterable object to this one, so for that it will add an index. For that it will add an index. So and it will generate the thing. For example, here grocery is there, which is one list. It contains bread, milk, butter. So it is a single element. It is a single element, and I don't have some index for this one or some value for this one. So, but externally, I want to know the value of index of this one also. Then you go with enumerate. So enumerate is a method which takes parameter as iterable object. Means it may be list, it may be string, it may be tuple, or it may be set also. Okay. And after converting the iterable object into enumerate, then after again you can convert as a list or tuple based on your situation. So we'll go through an example, then you can able to understand what is going on. So assume it, I'm having some fruits, apple, banana, grapes, mango. So I'm going to convert it into enumerate. For example, some e equal to enumerate of fruits. So when I type e, it will take enumerate object. So when I applied print e, sorry, it generates an iteration. So just go with type of e, enumerate. So if you want to get the information which is available on e, you need to convert it into either list or tuple. For example, I want to make it as a list. Then what you need to do, just to convert into list of enumerate of fruits. So just observe it, apple with 0, banana with 1, grapes with 2, mango with 3. This is the functionality of enumerate. So when you are working with list or tuple, these are having, or string also iterable object. These are having their elements, but index is there, but it doesn't expose it. So if you want the elements along with their index, then you go with enumerate. So the values which are available on enumerate, you can able to convert into list or tuple also. If you want to convert into tuple, then also you can convert it tuple. Now E is a tuple. Earlier it is a list, now it is a tuple. So this is about enumerate method. So some situations may rise to get the values along with their indexes. In that situation, we can work with enumerate. So here we have some examples for enumerate. So just I'm printing what I saw in output, it will get similarly. Next one is reduce. The reduce method, which is also works with sequence or iterable elements. So why we are using reduce is, if you want to perform some operation on iterable objects, like means tuples, list, if you want to perform some operations on tuples or list, then we can go with reduce. So the syntax of reduce is reduce of function comma sequence. So finally it will get a single value, means after performing the operations. So simply I want to get the addition of the list which I'm having, means all the elements which are having a list, I want to make addition. So simply with the help of reduce we can do. So, and here they explain what is the functionality of reduce and these all things. So reduce, initially the function is called with the first two items from the sequence and the result is returned. Just to observe this statement, the function is called, means this function is called with the first two items in the sequence. Sequence may contain the list of values, means the list may contain 5 numbers, 10 numbers, whatever it may be. But among these two, it will pick two items, first and second. It will perform the process, again it will return. And the function is then called again with the result obtained in step 1 and in the next value. Means assume it, if I'm having some list of values, assume it I'm having the list like this, some L1 equal to I'm having some 2 comma 5 comma 9 comma 12 comma 15 comma 20. So I want to perform addition, whatever it may be, addition, subtraction, something, whatever it may be. So I'm not restricted to arithmetic operations, whatever it may be, but simply I'm working with arithmetic operations. So if I sent this list as a sequence to some function, assume it this function is performing addition of all elements, then initially it will take first two elements 2 5, so as a xy, so it perform addition of these two things, 2 plus 5 7 will come. So again this 7 will return to this reduce method, again this 7 will send along with 9, 7 and 9. So again we'll get addition, so 7 plus 9 16, along with 16 will send 12, like that two items will be sent to the function which is produced in reduce method. After doing operations, finally whatever the value you received, that will be sent. This is the functionality of reduce. It will take iterable object as a parameter, it will send a single value, it will return a single value. That is the reduce. So if you want to do some operations on iterable objects, it may be list, it may be tuple also, then we can go with reduce. So we'll go with an example. So assume it I'm having the list, some list 1, I think, which is already I'm having list 1 2 4 5 7 9 10. I want to perform addition. Earlier when I tried, it doesn't support it. Now I will do. So if you want to work with separate function, you can work, otherwise lambda function you can use. This is a simple thing. I want to perform addition of two numbers, then instead of defining a function directly, I can go to lambda. Some res equal to reduce of lambda x comma y. Simply I am doing x plus y. This is a function, comma iterable object. So here iterable object I am mentioning list 1. When you execute it, so reduce. So actually it's supposed to from func tools import reduce. So reduce is a method is directly available on Python 2 version. If you are using Python 2 version, directly can use it. But when it comes to Python 3, it is shifted to functools library. So if you want to use reduce, you need to get it from functools. That's why with the help of from, we can retrieve the methods from the libraries. From functools, it is a library. I'm importing reduce. Now, when you print res, you will get 37. Means the sum of these all elements 2 plus 4 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9 plus 10. So like that, if you want to do some operations on iterable objects, then we can go with reduce. Reduce or else map also there, filter is also there. We'll discuss regarding this also. So this is about reduce method. So whatever the operations you want to do with these items, we can help of reduce we can do. So here also we explain the same thing. Next, map function. So it is having the same syntax of reduce. It is having the same syntax of reduce. But the thing is, instead of providing a single value, instead of providing the single value, it returns the list of the results. So whatever the object you mentioned as a reiterable object, return type is also same. If you provided list, return type is list. If you provided tuple, return type is tuple. So if you want to do any operations on each and every item, then we can go with map. So map function. So operations will be done through function only. So whatever the function you define it, and iterable. Again, here also we can use lambda functions. So if you're having simple operations, instead of defining the function, we can go with lambda. For example, I want to find out the square of each element. So already I'm having list one. Already I'm having list one. I want to perform the square of each element. So simply you go with some res equal to map of lambda. It will take single element here. It will take single element only. Some x colon x into 2 comma. So list 1. When I execute this, when you type on res, it will take squares. Sorry, print res. So you want to type type of res. What is object? It is map. So you can convert into list. You can convert into list. So when you observe this, actually list is having 2, 4, 5, 7, 9, 10. The square of 4, 8, 10, like that. Means multiply with 2. If you want to perform square, x into x we can do. So we got the square of the values. So map is returning map object itself. Map, return type of map is map object. So, but there is a possibility to convert into either list or tuple also. If you want to convert into tuple, you can go with tuple. It is tuple. So this is about map. So map is taking one iterable object as a parameter. So we can apply some operation on each element. When you observed reduce, it is applying operation on every two elements. So first it will take 2 elements, then after resultant with third one, resultant with fourth one, like that. But here it is not like that. Every element separately it will pick, and it will perform the operation. So when you go with live, then we can use in different systems. So variations are there. So but now this is the functionality of map. You should know the basic thing is what is going on. map is taking function and one iterable object as a parameter. So map is doing picking every element from the iterable list and doing the some operations, and finally it is producing the map object, and this map object you can convert into either list or tuple. And third one is filter. So filter is what is doing is it is returning part of the iterable objects. So when you observed map, whatever the elements we are having, that count only it is sending. If the list is having 5 elements, result also having 5 elements. If the list is having 10 elements, result is also 10 elements. When it comes to reduce, whatever it may be elements, it will reduce a single, it will return single value. But filter, it will provide part of the list. Means after filtration, whatever the results you want, we can get it. For example, I'm having one list. I want to return only positive numbers. I want to retrieve only even numbers. Then we can go with filter, with function. So here assume it, I'm having one, my list is there, 1, 5, 4, 6, 8, 11, 3, 12 is there. And just I'm passing filter and I'm applying the lambda function. I'm checking positive value. So, and parameter is my list. If the element 1, if it is even, then only return to new list. So it is not even, so it is not written. 5 not even, 4 it is even, then it comes to new list. 6 even, it comes to new list. 8 is even, it comes to new list. 11 not even, so it doesn't come. 3 not even, 12 even, so it comes to list. Like that, the part of the elements only we can send it into resultant list. This is about filter. So it is not applying all elements, part of the elements only it will take. Map is not like that. So how many elements we received, will send that much elements only. But filter, we can filter it. So for example, another example is there. I'm having some list of characters. I want to define the only vowels. So I considered it. If it is in vowel, then we can return it, which is executed in morning session. Similarly like that only. So we go with an example, filter. So I'm having list 1 with me. So I want to get only even list. So E list I'm taking. So list of filter of function lambda. If I'm taking parameter x, if x percentage 2, so x percentage 2 equal to 0, then only it is written, comma, list 1. So when you execute E list, it contains only even elements. 2, 4, 10 is there. We can't apply similar for map. I'm trying to apply it map here. So I'm getting true, 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 false, false, false like that. So if I apply filter, then only it is getting the list. So part of the list. When you observe that map is getting all the elements, not 3, all the elements. So I'm having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 it will return. 6 it will return. But when it comes to filter, it is returning only respective results. Here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 only I'm returning. If I applied filter, it will get only 3 elements. So this is about filter. And another one is called JIP. So this JIP method is used to combine the iterable objects. So if we want to combine the list of tuples or lists, then we can go with JIP. So it may be a dictionary or string or else list also. So just combining process, that's all. For example, assume it I'm having some list 1 with these elements. I'm going to define another one list 2 with some elements, some 4, 5, 6, 7. Observe that the first is having 6 elements, second is having 4 elements. JIP result will be containing 4 only, which is having lesser, that count only it will take. For example, some result equal to list of JIP of list 1 comma list 2. It will take parameters only iterable. It doesn't have any functions. When you call result, just it will get the combined. So 2 will be combined with 4, 4 will be combined with 5, and 5 will be combined with 6, 7 will be combined with 7. What about these two? It doesn't take. So only equal strength is there, means equal count is there, then it will consider. If less is there, that much elements only it will take. Remaining elements it will omit. So to combine two iterable objects, we can go with JIP. JIP is nothing but combining, that's all. So nothing operations are there, just to combine the list, then only we can use. And this may convert it into different types like tuple also. So we don't have any special thing for this one. And the return value is iterator, means if you're having list, it will return list. For example, I want to type some type of result. Type of result is list. If I didn't mention anything here, type of result is JIP. We can convert either list or tuple also. So earlier I worked with the list, now I'm working with tuple. You can take either list or tuple. It's up to you. Okay. And we can convert it into set also. ID. Generally, every Python object is having one particular ID, means physical address. So if you want to represent an object with a particular ID, then we can go with this method. So in very rare situations, we can use this one. For example, I want to know ID of result. It will get an ID, one numeric number. For every Python object, it is having one unique number, that we call it as an ID. So identification. With the help of ID function, we can get it. Okay, so this is about methods. So these methods may call in interview. So you should able to produce the difference between reduce, map, filter. So reduce will provide a single element as a result. It will take parameter as a iterable object. It will take parameter as a iterable object, means it may be list, it may be set, it may be tuple, it may be string, but it will generate one single element as a result. Map. So map also will take parameter as a iterable object, and the return is same iterable object. It may be list, or it may be tuple, or it may be string also. And how many elements we have, similar count of elements only it will retrieve. It will provide return. So if the list, for example, if I submitted list as a parameter, if the list contains 5 elements, so it returns totally 5 elements. If it contains 10, it returns 10. Filter. So it filters the data, and whatever the required, that information only it will retrieve. It returns. So we worked with even numbers. The list may contain types of numbers, evens and odd. When I applied that list to filter, it found only even numbers, and it returns only even. Only even it returned. Means it doesn't return the total elements. Those which elements are even, that elements only it returned. So you should keep in mind the difference between these three: reduce, map, and filter. When it comes to JIT, so use it to